Alright guys, in this video we are going to see which is a faster loop in Python language. So we are going to compare the for loop with the while loop. Let me walk you through the code over here. So I have defined a function for the for loop where I have set the n, the iteration medium, for 900 million times, a total variable set to 0 in which we are going to increment it every time and update the total variable, and a for loop. The same is happening in the while loop. I have an iteration medium for I. The loop is going to iterate 900 million times and we are going to save the total in our total variable. So to have an accurate runtime, we are going to use the timeout function from the timeout library, which helps us to know how much time does it take for a loop to execute. So I have two different functions and we are going to run timeout for both of those functions and see which function is the fastest. Let me know in the comments below what do you think, which is the fastest loop. So let me run this code by going to our terminal and opening a new terminal. So we have a virtual environment ready where we can run our code. If you have missed the video where we have created a virtual environment and installed libraries, you can check the video in our card and in the description below. So let's run this code by typing py main.py, which is our file name. Once we run this code, the loop is going to start and we are going to get the runtime for the code. This might take some time, so I'm going to fast forward this process and go to the part where the output is ready. We can see that the runtime for the for loop is ready. So we'll wait for the runtime for the while loop. Okay guys, so our code has executed successfully and we can clearly see the for loop is our winner over here. The for loop executed in 59 seconds and the while loop took 82 seconds to execute this piece of code. So let us see why is this exactly happening over here. Why is the for loop faster than the while loop? So compared to C, in which our Python is written, Python itself is a really slow language. It converts the Python code to a C code and then iterates the loop. So in our for function, we have a range function that's going on here, which is iterating the loop for 900 million times. So this range function, this range object is written in C. So every time when we run a for loop and use a range method, range object, it is converting the code to C and then the code is run in C. And the iteration, the total is equal to total plus I, is done in Python itself. But while we move to the while loop, the entire part of the while loop is done in Python itself. And Python being a slower language, it takes much time than that of C. That is why we can see that our for loop executes much more faster than our while loop. So did you guess it right? Were you right about the for loop being the fastest? Share this among your friends and ask them which do they think is the fastest loop. That's all to this video guys. Like, share, comment and subscribe. See you in the next videos.